today we're being joined by James Barratt from the Bendigo Pioneers. James, thanks for coming on, mate.
Thank you.
No worries. Tell us a bit about yourself. What got you into footy and what type of player you are?
So I'm key for Pioneers at the moment. I started playing footy when I was about 8 at Leachville, just down the road from Echuca. I'm probably a bit of a hybrid forward. Probably can go down back too. Utilise down back a couple times throughout last year. Hopefully throughout this year too. And yeah, probably just in the undersized key at the moment.
That's right. And you mentioned there about playing a few positions there, James. And it's, very important these days to be versatile and be a utility type as well and kind of learn other positions, but also be good at that and have that versatility in you because obviously AFL, AFLW clubs look for people that, have those traits that can be versatile as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, they put me up against Gippsland last year, against a couple of minutes on Marek, and then most of the game on Lockie Smith, who's from the Bulldogs at the moment. So yeah, it was a good challenge.
That's right. So what was it like playing against some of those guys that have just been picked up or have been on an AFL list? And it kind of shows you where you're at, I suppose, when you're competing against guys that have now made the level.
Yeah, it was a massive challenge, especially Lockie Smith. I was a bit undersized, but I felt like I compared really hard, and he's got to really step up a level to verse against blokes like that. And yeah, the competitiveness is next level. You just got to really can't not switch off, and you got to be switched on the whole time to really compete.
That's right. Now, obviously, part of the leadership group, James, at the Bendigo Pioneers. How much of an honour is it to be voted in to a leadership group amongst some other names as well?
Yeah, it's a really big honour. I said at the start of pre-season to Danny, her coach, I said I really try to get in the leadership group because I felt like probably didn't have the best leadership attributes. And then over pre-season, it was really hard to just get myself out there and be a likeable person and, someone that everyone can kind of come to. So, yeah, it was good. Really happy with it.
That's good. So you mentioned there about only recently. So is that something that you only recently wanted to get into? Is it something you've always wanted to get into, but it just didn't pan out the way you wanted it to? How did that process come about where you said to yourself or to people, I want to be in here?
Well, I just noticed that, like, because I've been in the program for so long, and then that there's a lot of younger kids there. I had a lot of stuff I could share to them. And, yeah, it's like always been a pretty quiet kid. I haven't really been out there. Never really until this year. Wasn't even a thought. Yeah, thought it was probably a good thing. I could get into a leadership group. It's great to have too.
Yeah, I mean, you don't always necessarily need the title of a leader or a co-captain or a captain or a vice or the leadership group. I mean, you could always be what I call an off-title leader. You don't need the title to have any more of a say than a captain would. Yes, they got the title, but, your opinion is just as valid as theirs is.
Yeah. So, yeah, we haven't gone any co-captains or anything. We've just gone the captain and then the 4 others leadership, which, probably just makes us all equal, really. And,
that's right.
So that's good.
That's good. Now, on the weekend, obviously, James had a nice win over the Rebels, kicking 3 snags yourself. How was that game for you? And, how was the game overall? Round 1, obviously, a big start of the season. You want to kick off on a good start, and you just did that.
Yeah, it was. We started. They probably matched us with like aggressiveness and their physicality. They probably flogged us really in the first half, not on the scoreboard, but physical. Like they kind of really hard, and then. Yeah, I think halftime or quarter time came in and just said, like, we're not going to let them really bully us around the contest. So, yeah, we just went in a lot harder in the next half and matched their physicality. And then, really ran over the top of them in the end. And I was lucky to get on the end of a couple, but couldn't really kick straight, kicked 5 points. So, wasn't the best, but, yeah.
To get those opportunities, though, it shows you obviously had a strong game. Yes, the inaccuracy and all that type of stuff, but of course it also depends on the angles and everything like that. And the wind and everything. But, to get that many opportunities is just a great start individually for yourself as well to stamp, a big game straight away.
Yeah, well, I was happy with probably could have converted a lot easier, but like having 8 or 9 shots at goal was a pretty big achievement the first game back. And I've only really started pre-season December-ish, January, just back from a foot injury. So haven't really had a lot of time to prepare. But, I was happy that I could get into it and have a crack pretty early.
That's good. Now, obviously, on Friday, you played the Murray Bush Rangers. obviously a side that's out there as well. What do you feel that you guys have to do to beat them?
We versed them in a practice match early, like a couple of weeks ago, and they just smashed us with their run. Their outside run, we just didn't keep up. So I feel like if we can just get on top of that early, react a lot quicker than we did, I feel like we could easily match them because their ample chains just killed us on the outside, really.
And I suppose it's a good thing that you only play them not too long ago, because a lot of your plans maybe, you can see, you learn from what you did wrong that time to not kind of do now, because they're going to pretty much be, I would assume, very similar matchups and lineups as well.
Yeah, that'll be a very similar side. So yeah, it's good to see how they play and then probably like change how we're going to go against them this time. Because we probably over handballed a lot too much where their handballs were working. Ours were probably not going too well. So yeah, probably change that up and get the ball down forward a bit easier.
That's good. So have you always played forward when you played? Obviously, you mentioned a little bit of back. Have you always been mainly as a forward? Have you always floated in positions throughout your junior time to now, or always been a forward?
Yeah, just always been a forward, really. I played a bit of ruck when I was about under 12s, but yeah, normally just always been down. Haven't changed throughout senior footy and junior footy, always, and then I only got trialled back start of last year.
Okay.
Yeah, and felt like I did pretty well. So I'm pretty keen on the position. I like it. It's good.
That's good. Have you ever had any personal footy accomplishments throughout your junior time all the way up until now, whether that's in forms of premierships or individual awards at any level?
No, I've won goal kicking a couple times. Never won a premiership and pretty average with the winning at the moment, but we're looking pretty good this year. So hopefully this year's a bit better, and probably like playing Vic Country in under 16s. Probably
Well, how much of it too, James, is it to have been a part of a Vic Country squad? Where they don't just pick anyone at that point in time for those squads.
Yeah, it was really, really good. Like really good experience. Learned so much, and especially like the players that are coming out from that group at the moment, like Fino Sullivan, Sam Layla, a few of those boys. Pretty big achievement to be alongside boys like that, and yeah, learn a heap, and yeah, it was a big honour.
I mean, as you mentioned those two names in particular, two guys that are highly touted for this year, and it's kind of good to, I suppose, learn how those guys play, and everyone, in that Vic Country side that you played alongside, to kind of see how they go about it.
Yeah, it's good. Like especially down forward with Jonty Fall as well, seeing how they play on their defenders and trying to model a bit of their whatever's working for them, try to model it a little bit, and then yeah, especially like the midfielders like Finn, Sam, pretty good at everything, can do it all really, and really hard runners. So yeah,
that's right. And even on top of that, competing against the best of the other states or the other Vic side, and it's just a good experience. I would assume, to know like these guys are going to be in that conversation for draft time this year, and it's good to have that experience now to know what level you need to kind of be at your current age group.
Yeah, probably did struggle at the country level, especially against a few pretty strong boys. I think I played on Dyson Sharp, I think it is, he was bottom age at Sanford. He was, probably beat me pretty easily, and then, just showed me where I need to be at, and then probably build up my body a bit easier with the strength and stuff. So, yeah.
On the track of opponents, who would you say is the toughest opponent you've had to match? Would it be the person you just mentioned at the sample?
That's a tough one. Played on, I'll probably say Charlie McCormack. I only played him for about a quarter against GWS, and yeah, he was really hard to play on. We ran everywhere. Luckily, the ball didn't go down forward for them too much, but yeah, it was pretty hard. He was a real struggle to play against.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, obviously, again, it's a good learning curve to know play anthem, to know the level that you need to want to be at. And I mean, you can beat someone good, you could not win against them, but it just a good learning curve, I feel, for you or for anyone to compete against someone like that.
Yeah, it's really good just learning against players that, especially it was 200 centimeters and was moving like a midfielder, so it was pretty hard to stop and just had to get body, or you're gonna get beat. The things you just got to change up how you defend against certain players.
That's right. I mean, honestly, I feel like it's better for anyone in men's or women's, to compete against the best. It's all well and good to dominate, lower level players or players that won't make it, or people in those positions that aren't that interested. Like, yeah, it's a good thing. It makes you look good individually, but a lot of clubs will probably look towards to see, oh, he's just beat. So some of the names you mentioned, like if you're beating them, they're like, shit, okay, we've got to keep an eye on this guy.
Yeah, it's good spot to be against players that are really like close to getting drafted. Shows you if you level or not, really, because if you're versing players that aren't really at it, it's really not showing too much about you. But yeah, if you can beat players that are on the road to getting drafted, it shows a lot.
Definitely. Now obviously what's some goals, James, you set for yourself this year?
Well, first thing was just get back to full fitness, which I think I've achieved at the moment, and then probably just start the year off really well, which I've done all right for the first game, and probably just try kick average around 3 or 4 goals a game for the first month or so. Then probably get back into the big country squad as well.
Absolutely would be good. And I mean, you mentioned about averaging 3-4 a game. We're on the right track at the moment, James, to keep on going in that trajectory as well. Now, obviously, playing up forward, what would you say is some of your biggest strengths as a footballer?
Well, I feel like my marking, my just aerial prowess at the moment has been pretty well. Just being able to body in the contest, and then either bring it to ground or take the mark. Where I felt like I showcased pretty well on Sunday, and well, my goal kicking, I would say, is my strength, but obviously not on the weekend. But I'd say goal kicking is just definitely a strength, and just the aerial marking as well.
That's good. Now you mentioned about goal kicking, and I love doing goal kicking videos, which I do with plenty of people. And when I did used to playing up forward, it was always something I loved doing and practicing. How would you fancy yourself in front of the goals? Would you generally be more confident in your set shot, on the runs, on the pockets? What would you say is your best, or are you pretty comfortable with all three options?
I'd say my set shot throughout the years has been I'll probably back myself a fair bit. Like, I'm not really looking at past too many times. Really that shot pretty well. And then on the run, I kicked a goal on the run on the weekend, but that was a bit of a worm burner. But don't back too much on the run, but probably something I could work on.
I mean, self-confidence is something I think a lot of people don't publicly, I'm sure off camera and off, away from people they do. But Mateus Philippo also got drafted at the Saints now 2 years ago now. And when he came on here, he talked about self-confidence, and he has that confidence in him. And a lot of people, I suppose, don't want to show that. I don't know why. But I think I love that about what he's said, because, it's not arrogant. You can interpret as arrogance, but I don't think it is, because you just want to be confident in yourself and, prove your worth.
Yeah, I feel like the best players in the draft are the ones that play football, because they show their strengths a lot more than everyone else does. So I feel like goal kicking, I just missed one early, and then confidence just depleted pretty early. But if I feel like I can get on top of that, confidence is a big key, especially players like Harley Reid, who just plays fully of confidence, and that's why he's so good.
Exactly, that's exactly perfect. Another example there, Nick Watson, I think, is another one that off the top of my head. That's the same. Ruben Jinby, and they're all guys obviously excelling right now, and will for the long-term future as well. Now, goal celebrations, James. Have you got any particular go-to goal celebrations that you pull out, or are you just nice and casual, or do you mix it up? How do you go about it?
Well, I'm pretty casual. I'll probably just a bit of a fist bump or something like that. But I'm pretty casual. Depends if it's like a big moment or something. Big moment, I might get up and about. But I'm not really the biggest goal celebrator.
That's fair enough. I mean, sometimes something can be nice and basic. But okay, let's go hypothetical then. Let's say it's after the siren, or to qualify for finals or something like that, or the what do you call it, the CLR or anything like that. What go-to goal celebration would you pull out?
Oh, I don't know. I felt last time, in 2022, got a bit from the crowd and kicked one to get up and just gave it straight to the crowd. I think that was something I could do, but I don't know. I'm not really too sure.
That's fair enough. I mean, actually, crowd hecklers was another thing, James, I was going to bring up, because and that's perfect, that's ultimate karma for those clowns behind the fence saying whatever they said to you, and then to execute it right in front of them to just make that moment even more sweeter.
Yeah, well, I feel like, especially even like an opponent, if they're giving it to you, kind of just let whatever I do on the field show them, get So yeah, like especially getting it from people on the sidelines. If you kick a goal, you got the right to give it to them, I reckon.
Absolutely, you do. Absolutely, they want to say whatever they want, and especially if you nail it, or even if you don't. But it's a nice one to give it back to them as well. Now, jumper number. Obviously, am I correct in saying we're jumper number 42? Was there any meaning behind that number?
No, I think last year I was number 19, so got a little bit stitched up this year, 42, but I'm not too phased about it. Changed my phone background straight to Liam Picken, number 42, so that's someone I could think about. But yeah,
That's
nothing between it.
Gee, talking about a stitch up, I mean, I personally, I'm a bit like you. I mean, whatever number's whatever number, but I don't know why, but a lot of people appeal to the lower digit numbers, in particular 1 to 9, the single digit numbers. I don't know what the appeal is outside of two things I only have ever thought of, and that is that a lot of the big name AFL, AFLW players wear, those lower numbers, or maybe they just like the number being bigger with one number. I don't know. What do you feel there's any reason behind it? What do you think? I think it's a bit confusing sometimes.
Yeah, I honestly have no clue. I don't know what's the go for. I feel like whatever. I'm more just like whatever number I've been wearing is whatever number I'd like. I don't know. Yeah, a lot of people are really keen on the 1 to 10, but yeah, I've got no clue why it happens.
Yeah, it amazes me how many times I hear stories of that or just seen it myself. Who do you grow up supporting in the AFL?
The Dons.
Yeah, okay, the Bombers. Okay, obviously got my Saints. It's going to be interesting. Now, obviously, you played the Swans on the other day, and then obviously beating the Hawks in round 1. How do you feel the Bombers will go this year? They're obviously an interesting side.
Yeah, I feel like we just need to play our young players and get another season into them. I feel like we'll probably the 12 to 8 mark. But yeah, I'm not too fast. I don't reckon we'll be a top 8 side for a couple of years, but we got a pretty young list and we just play the kids at the moment. I reckon we can be a good side in the next few years.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting that I mean I like the trade period you guys had, bringing in 3 free agents: Gresh from St Kilda and Ben Mackay, Goldstein, and David Dersma. I think 3 of those 4 outside of Dersma were free agents. So it's outside of a financial way. I think it's a hit and miss. They work, and I think those 3 in particular, more than Zave at the moment, have really stood up so far.
Yeah, Goldstein's been awesome, especially if Drake just a bit of a chop out, and then Gresham started really well as well. And McLeod probably just didn't have any height down there, so he'll be vital throughout the year. And
Yeah, sorry, go on.
Yeah, we got him for nothing, so they're going to be pretty worth it.
That's right. I mean, I'm still pissed that Gresh left. I mean, bit of whatever from the St Kilda side of things. They didn't really want him. He wanted more money and all that stuff. But he's been bloody good, and I've always rated him. I know a lot of people haven't really rated him highly as much as I have, and I like it. And he's shown his worth so far. 3 goals, 23, I think, on the weekend, and the week before that, he was something very similar as well.
Yeah, I reckon he's pretty vital, especially his forward pressure is probably one of his bigger attributes too, which we probably lacked for the last 10 or so years, really.
No, that's definitely true. Obviously, throughout the years, obviously, you see players, mates get drafted, and even people, particularly from Bendigo Pioneers or elsewhere. Who are some draft picks that you've recently seen get picked up that you're most excited to see how they go? If not that personally, is there some in this year's draft crop that you're looking forward to see how they go later
on? I reckon Ari Schoenmaker from last year, I reckon he'll be a real big smoky, especially he had 34 on the weekend in the VFL. And probably just slid down the draft just because he's off field. But I think if he puts that together, he'll be one to watch this year. And one from our crop, probably Lockie Hogan. I reckon he's worked really hard over pre-season. He was a little bit on the chubby side, but he's worked really hard to get it off. And he ran a lot on the weekend. Did about 10K on the weekend. So he's really shown what he's got. Yeah.
Good. And you mentioned about Ari. Obviously, being a Saints fan, I've been more invested in this. I am in the whole competition, but in particular the Saints guys. And Ari was an absolute steal out pick. Again, like you said, the off-field stuff probably put him to the spot he got picked up at. But speaking about a booming left foot kick, he's absolutely got that. Yeah,
his left foot kick's awesome, especially it was on show for Allies, kicking out from fullback and probably hitting up on the wings. He's got a beautiful kick.
Yeah, it does. And with Lockie, hopefully he does get picked up. And that's good to hear. Improving on everything, and to keep being persistent and to keep going along with things as well. Now, all right, favorite teammates of the club.
Favorite teammates. I like them all. I do like all my teammates. Probably Gussie Toll. Gus Toll is one of my favourites. Hard to go past Lockie Hogan. Hunter Wright. Love Hunter.
Yeah.
Who else? Archer Day Wicks. And Gilby. I love them all. It's really hard to pick.
That's good. I mean, as you say. I mean, just because you sometimes have a better connection with some doesn't mean you don't like others. You know, just some have better connections with some than what they do with others. It's just how it is.
Yeah. Probably just grew up with Lockie and Gus and blokes like that. So yeah, probably a little bit closer. But yeah, I feel like I'm pretty close with all the boys at the moment.
That's fair. If you were to use an AFL player comparison to the type of style of player, James, that you play, like who would you say that would be?
Probably been going with Ollie Henry at the moment. Just that like hybrid top ball, like because he's probably around the same height, around the 193 mark, and does kick goals and can also take contested marks as well as being taking uncontested marks and getting good spots as well.
Yeah, that's definitely a good one. Any nicknames you get at the club, James, that you like or dislike?
Not really. I'm just probably about Jim or Barratt. Really, that's about it.
No some basics. Sometimes that's the best way to go about it. Sometimes.
Yeah. No nicknames.
Coaches' pets. Is there any coaches' pets at the club?
Definitely Toby Travaglia. He's the biggest coach's pet by far.
Nice and simple. It came straight away. There was no thought process into that. It was like straight away.
Definitely. That was pretty easy.
Very interesting. Any outside of footy interests that you have?
I just pretty avid fan of most sports. So yeah, probably sports in general. Just probably seeing mates and maybe a bit of fishing. Don't mind fishing. So yeah.
Very good. Benny, good at fishing? Do you have to sit there for hours and you get nothing, or are you the one that gets some most time?
It's a bit hit and miss. Yeah, sometimes a bit average, but yeah, down in Chuka, it's not too bad. We get a few every now and then.
That's all right. There's someone I know, and I don't for life me know where I think in Geelong somewhere where we are. Someone I know personally, he and his son, they go, I don't know how many times, probably multiple times a month, and they get these big snappers consistently. I reckon they post that I know of probably 3 times in the last 4 months. Got these huge ones where you can't even really fit it in the bloody photo. That's how big they are.
Yeah. I'm not really a big sea fisherman, more the freshwater down in Chuka, chasing probably a bit of Murray cod, a bit of Yellow Valley.
Yeah, that's fair enough. What do you feel, James, is the best individual game you've ever played at any level?
I'd probably go in 2022, the 16s Pioneers. I kicked 7. Yeah, everything really fell to plan there, so that was probably the best game I reckon I've played.
It's just a lazy 7. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it probably got me into the Vic country, so yeah, everything fell to plan. Yeah, it went well.
Absolutely, it worked out perfectly. Now, best goal, James, you ever got at any level? Is there any particular angle, a moment, an occasion where your best goal would have come from?
I'll go 2022. I think bottom age under 18s against Lockington. I think it was 5 minutes left. We got flogged by them all year, and then in the semi-final, goal from about 50 out to put us up with about 4 minutes left. That was probably my favourite goal I've kicked.
That's good. Now, did a celebration come out then, if you remember?
Yeah, it turned straight to the Lockington coach's box, and good. Yeah.
Did you end up winning that, I hope?
Yeah, we did.
Because I asked that because you said it was 4 minutes left, so that's a good thing because obviously he wouldn't have wanted that to go the opposite way.
Yeah, no, especially about 10 seconds left, the ball got touched on the line. So very thing, but just got through.
That's very lucky and good as well. Now, who loves the limelight, the attention, the camera, the Bendigo Pioneers, and they can't get enough of it, and they know exactly what to do when there's a camera around?
Archer Day Wicks, he loves it. He is in it all. He's pretty handsome, so he gets into it and loves the media, loves the attention.
Yeah, very nice. What's something someone does at the club, James, that you can't stand, whether that's leaving rubbish around, it's being flat out annoying? Is there anything that comes to mind, or anyone?
Oh, I don't know. Probably Lockie Hogan's just shit comments. Really, some of them are just terrible. Like they're just not funny. Probably that's what gets me the most.
So he thinks he's a comedian.
Yeah, he does. He genuinely does.
That's very interesting. Now, obviously, I'll change it up for some fun facts about you, James, that people may not know about you.
Ooh, I'm pretty boring. I don't really have anything. I probably grew up in Torrumbury, which doubt 95% of people know where that is. That's probably the only one I got.
That's fair enough. If that's what you got, that's what you got. Now, mark or goal of the year, James, which one would you rather do and why?
Probably goal, because I think goal's a bit harder to do. Especially you got to do a lot of stuff to get goal of the year. Some really good goals kicked. So yeah, probably goal of the year, I reckon.
Great. I always would pick a goal. I mean, I get a 50-50 split every time I ask this question, and you can get valid reasons for both. And I think you just feel a more satisfying moment with a goal, because you can kind of, on the field at least, you can get a bit of carry on for a good minute. Where a mark, you've marked it, and you've probably got 5 seconds to, play on or whatever.
Yeah, and especially goal goes towards yourself a bit more than a mark does. So yeah, as well.
Absolutely. If you were to best describe the best goal you would love to ever get, James, what would it be? You can add the moment, the occasion. You can be as unrealistic as you want. What would you love it to be?
Probably just take a big pack mark just before the siren. Yeah, probably just go back after the siren, tough angle, and just slot it to put us up. Grand final would be nice, but yeah, just any game in general.
That definitely would be a good one. Have you ever had any AFL player interactions as a fan? If so, were there any memorable or forgettable moments?
Well, not really. I've not really met too many AFL players. Maybe in the holidays, walked past Jack Stevens for a bit, talked to him for about 10 minutes. That was good. He was really nice as well. So yeah, probably Jack Stevens maybe.
And that's a good person to have a chat with. Now, defenders, James, I feel like they deserve a bit more love and attention than what they truly get. Obviously, as you would be aware, faultful and winning some yourself. The forwards obviously got the Coleman, and then the midfielders got the Brownlow, and even rucks get recognised in Brownlow votes these days, especially at AFL, FAW level. Do you feel at those levels they definitely need an official title for defenders as well?
Yeah, 100%. Defenders are a really key part of the game. If defenders don't play well, you don't win the game. So the second a defender plays well, you really I reckon, defenders probably the most vital part of the game, especially like blokes like Tom Stewart, probably been the most valuable player in the competition for like the last 3 or 4 years. So definitely is an award.
That's right. I mean, you think of off the top of your head, from at least from a public media point of view, when they talk about all these best players, Tom Stewart is ranked highly, but probably not along with Sicily or Jack Sinclair or guys like that off the top of my head. They don't really get ranked as high off the position they play, really.
Yeah. I feel like, just the amount of touches is probably the most important thing at the moment, but I feel like that's not really what has the biggest impact in the game. Tom Stewart could have 15 and probably still be the best player on the field.
Exactly, he definitely could. Okay, some teammates you've been impressed by, James, that kind of fly under the radar a little bit, but don't get as much appreciation as you feel from a public point of view, at least.
Rob Shanahan probably doesn't fly under the radar too much publicly, but he's dominant. He takes a pick, really. It's just unstoppable. I reckon he'll have a really good year. And probably Mitch Bell, he hasn't got any media attention, but he'll definitely turn some heads. He's really fit, can run all day, and he can also hit the scoreboard. So I feel like he'll have a big bit of media attention throughout the year.
Yeah, that's a good one. Now, this is the time of the interview, James, where I go through the hot topic food questions. I don't know why so many people get worked up, especially in Australia, with these opinionated questions. Now, I've only ever had 7 people out of well over 50 people get the same as me. Let's see how you go here. So the first one, chicken palmy. Is it a palmy or is it something else?
It's palmy. Definitely palmy.
Thank you very much. I've had now 2 people recently, James, say some other non-illogical name for it. I mean, it's spelled with a Parmi, and it's pronounced Parmigiana,
Yeah,
not anything.
I use every single time. It's spelled. It's how it's spelled. It's how it's said.
I had someone, I think it was yesterday, the day before, that tried to give me a logical reason to say why it was Parma. I said, okay. They said it's in the name. I said, well, not really. It's spelt with an I, and they couldn't really have any rebuttal to that. They said, no, it's Parma. Oh, you're wrong.
Yeah, definitely palmy.
Exactly. Now the next one: tomato sauce, cupboard or fridge?
Well, probably I wouldn't have it in the fridge.
That's fair. I'm the same as you. That's 2 for 2. All right. Now this is sometimes the one that splits me up with some other people. Pineapple on a pizza, yes or no?
No, I'm not a fan of it. I can't do it. I can't have sweet things on pizza. Yeah, I'm not a fan.
That's 3 for 3. Favorite food?
Ooh, probably spaghetti bowl. I love spaghetti bowl.
That's another good one. 4 for 4. I'm loving these answers. Now, food you don't like.
Food I don't like. I'm pretty good at everything. I really don't like. Or maybe stir fry. I'm not a fan of stir fry. I can't eat stir fry.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. I mean, if I have to have it, I have to have it. But I'm certainly not going to be picking it. So that's 5 for 5. Let's see if we can get the last one. Favorite takeaway place?
Favorite takeaway. In the off season it'd probably be KFC, but in season I would have to go
Sorry, what was in season? Sorry, just dropped out.
Subway.
Subway, nice. What's your go-to Subway order?
It's either meatballs or schnitzels, but then just lettuce, tomato, onion, and then bit of mayo and salt and pepper.
Nice. I like that. Yeah, you're the 7th or 8th person to get all of them right. That's a good start, Locke. James, good work. Now, all right. Now, again, this is also interesting because this is where teammates' hearts get broken. Teammates might like you more and more. The best chatterbox, James, at the club is
Glenn Gilby by a mile.
any particular reason?
He's just funny, just a good fella, and yaps a lot, but it's good content. It's good.
That's what I mean. And, just because you're the chatterbox or something like that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. It couldn't mean a bad thing. It doesn't always mean a bad thing, though.
Yeah, I feel like talks a lot, but it's good talk. It's good. I'll rate it.
That's good. Now, loudest or quietest teammate?
Quietest would probably be maybe Hunter White. Pretty quiet. Doesn't get out of his shell too much until we make him. Loudest, Gus Toll. He's just so loud. Just everywhere.
Interesting. Now, if you were stuck on a deserted island with teammates, James, who are you bringing and not bringing, and why?
I'd bring probably Gus because he's pretty good at cutting hair, so you wouldn't get out. Get a good haircut every now and then. Toby because he would probably do all the work, make him do most of it. Definitely wouldn't bring He would be the last person I'd bring by a mile. Could not put up with him. Probably bring Glenn just for a bit of talk, bit of chatter. Taj Bond, I'd bring him. Just climb up trees, pretty tall, 200 centimeters. And who else? And I wouldn't bring Nick Wilson because I don't know, we just got a little bit of beef at the moment. So no Nick Wilson.
That's fair enough. All right. So, what would you say are some quirks that you have that some people would say that you would have that you wouldn't just necessarily like to admit?
Ooh.
A habit of doing something, probably a different word to use.
Habit of doing something. Probably not very clean, as you can probably see from my room at the moment. Pretty messy. Not the most cleanest bloke out.
That's fair enough. I mean, you wouldn't be the only one in that position. Favorite music?
Favorite music? Don't really have a genre. I kind of just listen to anything.
That's right. I mean, that's an answer for somebody. It's whatever's on is on, I guess. Game day superstitions. Do you have any game day superstitions that you must do?
Not really. I'll probably put my socks on and then don't put my boots on for the next 10 minutes. So just socks, no boots for about 10 minutes. and then get into it. It's a weird one, but yeah, it's the only one.
That's fair enough. I mean, I haven't heard that much, but I definitely have heard that before. Now, celebrity crush.
Celebrity crush. Oh, Posh Spice.
Okay. Now, if you were to be in charge of the AFL, James, for a day, what rule? So the AFL CEO for a day, what rule would you change or remove?
I'll remove the in the back during a tackle because I reckon that's just a terrible rule. It's pretty hard to escape bending someone's back after a tackle. Probably if you hit the post but it still goes in, it's a goal. And if it comes back into the ground after hitting the post, it's play on.
I actually don't mind that one. Especially, I think there was a St Kilda game coincidentally where this happened too, so I'm glad you brought it up, where it actually hit the behind post in the goals. So examples like that, in that case, in the example you gave, that'd be a goal.
Yeah, that's what I'll probably pick, especially for my goal kicking lately. Probably could take anything I
get. That's fair enough. And it might eliminate those posters you get too if they bounce back in.
Yeah, especially get another chance at it.
That's all right. Your most prized possessions?
Probably 2004 VY Commodore. Been running at the moment. Probably my most prized possession.
Very nice. And also one more for you, James. I do appreciate you coming on, mate. A dream scenario for you. If you could map out in a perfect world the rest of this football season for you, how would you love it to pan out?
Probably just get selected for Vic Country and then show how I can hit the scoreboard at Vic Country level, especially if Jonty Ford at the moment, probably could get a game in without Jonty taking over the key forward spot. So yeah, probably try hit the scoreboard during Vic Country level and probably ultimately get drafted.
Yeah, James, it's a great one and hopefully it does happen for you. So I do really appreciate coming on, mate. All the best for the rest of the year and appreciate coming on.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.